Hey, welcome back to Music for Miles. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro demo. Now that was all ran through the JCM 900 Studio, a 20 watt high gain dual reverb mini head. But having it in my studio here for a few months, I think this is one of the most underrated amps of 2025. I'm going to tell you why. So what do you actually get with the Studio 900? Well, you get yourself dual ECC 83 preamp tubes and two 5881 power tubes for a classic Marshall tone. Now this amp is boasting two channels. You get a clean and a dirty channel. It's just labeled on here as channel A and channel B, but channel B is capable of some pretty high gain tones. You have 20 levels of gain on channel B. Two channels, two independent gain controls, a shared EQ, and you get independent reverb on both channels as well. Now let's flip this bad boy around. Now here's where some of those modern features come in with the JCM 900 Studio. Starting from the right to left, you have your power input here and your output level. This does give you power scaling options. You can go from 20 watts to 5 or to 1 watt. The 1 watt setting is super helpful if you're in a bedroom or an apartment. You can still get all of the full tone of this amp without having to blow the neighbors away. Now we do have a dedicated effects loop with a send, return, and a full level on here. Here's some of the modern features too. We do have a line out, we have a recording compensated, which means it'll have cab simulation, and then you do have a direct out, meaning it'll be just the direct sound of the amp, and you can add a cab or an IR yourself. Then finally, on the end here, you have all kinds of ins and outs for your loudspeakers. If you're using a 412 cab that's 8 ohms, 16 ohms, you can split it to a full stack or just use the single dedicated 16 ohm out, which I'm going to be using in our demo. So to summarize, we're getting the DNA of the JCM 900 in a compact 20 watt package. So we went over the features and specifications. Now let's dive into the tone demo. Let's talk about the setup here for the demo. I will be going direct out of this amp into Pro Tools, and I will be loading a 412 simulated Marshall cab. Now on top of that, I am using a 412 Synergy cab that has Celestion greenbacks and vintage 30s. I have those mic'd up with a SM57 and a Groove Tubes mic. I'm gonna be switching between the different sounds as we go through the demo. So let's start with the clean, we'll dive into the dirty and try to get this into high gain territory. All right guys, we're on the clean channel here. I have everything at noon on the EQ. I have my preamp gain at noon on channel A, and we have the reverb completely turned off. Let's hear how this sounds. Let's turn some reverb on. So channel A, I'm gonna put it at about noon. So you can hear the reverb kind of really take shape there. Let's turn it up to about 8. All right, let's mess with the EQ a little bit. I'm gonna turn the bass up, presence up to about 8. Treble, we're gonna crank up a little bit too. We're gonna max out the preamp here. Turn the presence up. turn that preamp gain down, level back up on channel A, and let's see how it cleans up. All right, let's back the gain down a little bit. Finally, we're going to max out channel A preamp all the way up. Turn the volume down just a little bit, see how it sounds. Let's go all the way to the humbucker. All right, that's the clean channel. So let's go on to the dirty. We're going to reset everything to noon, and we're heading over to the dirty channel. Just like that. I'm going to turn the reverb to about 3, lead gains at about noon. Let's hear what it sounds like. Sounds pretty decent. Let's turn the reverb down just a little bit. I'm going to turn the master volume up. Let's crank that preamp to about 6. I'm going to go ahead and turn the bass down a little bit, bump the presence up, turn the middle up, treble up. So we're definitely getting to heavy territory. I'm going to swap guitars real quick. Let's crank the gain a little more. Let's see how much more high gain territory we can get into, and yeah, turn the reverb up just a little bit. Have you been digging the guitar tones in this demo? Well, both of the guitars being used are from Vola Guitars. They are an official sponsor of Music for Miles. Now these guitars are handmade in Japan. They come with premium options like a flamed baked maple neck like you see here on the JZ FRO. They look incredible and they feel even better. Now, most of their models are going to feature stainless steel frets, custom voice pickups, and proprietary electronics you can't get anywhere else. Like on the JZ FRO here, I have a direct out button. Completely bypasses your volume and your tone straight from the pickup to the output for the purest, hottest signal possible. And on the OZ JRM, we have a similar button here at the top. And what this does is it adds your neck pickup to any position. Now these are versatile pro-level instruments built with amazing attention to detail. And it could span from genres from jazz to classic rock, hard rock, heavy metal, and extreme metal. If you want to check out Vola Guitars, head to volaguitars.com. And if you want to save yourself 10% on your next Vola purchase, use the code MUSIC4MILES. Let's get back to the video. Now let's get to my final thoughts and feedback for the JCM 900 Studio Head. Now if you're looking to replicate the legendary JCM 900, but you don't want to shell out the cash for the full 100 watt model, the 20 watt Studio JCM head nails it. You get the JCM 900 DNA, sparkling cleans, crunchy rhythms, high gain aggression, plus modern features like power scaling, an effects loop, and a very usable direct out. Now this is manufactured and assembled in the same plants as the other Marshall amps, and I think this is probably one of the most underrated amps of 2025. Now I first saw this at NAMM 2025, it blew me away, but having it in my studio here for a few months, I've had a lot of time to record with this amp, dial it in, and what I can say is nothing but positive. If you're interested in the JCM 900, I'm gonna put some links below. I do wanna disclose this video is actually not a sponsored video from Marshall. Now they did send me a demo amp head to use on the video, but I am not getting paid from Marshall and they are not telling me what to say or what feedback to give. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the Marshall JCM Studio 900? What did you think of the cleans, the crunch, and the overdriven high gain leads? Leave a comment and be sure to subscribe. A lot of my subscribers are not seeing my new videos. Kind of has to do with YouTube's new algorithm. If you want to be in the loop, please hit the bell notification so you get notified when I drop new releases. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Michael. See ya.